We're Barbara and David from Reston, and you might be watching this video because you have some kind of an event that's happened. We had such a thing happen. It's not great to have water in your house. Burst pipes are not anybody's idea of a fun way to spend Christmas vacation, but the whole procedure was a lot better because we had Anthony Restoration to work on bringing us out of this situation, and they have so many things to recommend them. They told us that they could come very quickly, which is really important in such an event, and they came when they said they would come. They worked very tirelessly to do things.
How long were we there the first night?
It was getting towards a holiday weekend period, and I think that the team said that they would show up by 4:30, and they gave us a new time, showed up about 3, and we're here for something like 8 hours.
Till that, like
working hard, yeah, to make sure that the initial work was in place, and I'm sure they would have worked less if it took less, but ours was a very complex multi-room situation that was involved, multiple floors, multiple rooms. And one of the things I would say is that it's not just somebody trying to make sure that, hey, I've got everything under control, honey, you know, just trust me, I'm very expert. That it was very clear that the company works with guys who are helping other people who are very experienced and have had a lot of training in this area. And they had tools that we don't have. That, you know, there wasn't just having a matter of fans and some dehumidifiers. There was a lot of technology involved in being able to tell what was wet, what was not. Not just a gut feel on is this moldy or not, but having actual tests to do to see
and
what
a lot
was
of
organic.
A lot of monitoring.
Yeah.
They pretty much tracked our dryness levels and brought it down, and they did as much as they could to save things, but they recognized where they had to take things out. And we had this one situation where we had like 6 levels of flooring, and they had problems with the drying, and they realized, oh, we gotta take this out, and then it came back, took it out, and then the numbers started dropping again.
Yeah, and Anthony Restoration also just did the work that needed to be done. They were very timely. As you said, David, they did a lot of monitoring, but they're not in your face doing the monitoring. It's sensors that are doing it, so that it's a data-driven and evidence-driven kind of way to do this. And for all the data and the evidence and the hard work, they were also very empathetic. I felt very safe having them in the house. I knew that they were working quickly to do what they needed to do, taking out drywall if that's what needed to happen, but they weren't just kind of running roughshod over our house. They're great about wearing the shoe covers. They were very mindful of making sure that this would be a situation that we could come out well. And I don't want to have gone through it, but I felt that going through this with Anthony Restoration was a better way to do it than that helped us to have a lot of peace of mind and to know that we were doing well. And I think that they saved us from having to do some more refinishing and replacement and things like that than we would have had to do if we hadn't worked with Anthony Restoration. So we're really grateful to have the opportunity.
Our lead technician was very qualified and had very many certifications, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And was very knowledgeable and seemed to have a pretty good level of education to go with the.
Definitely. Yeah, so we would say, don't have a water problem, but if you do, call Anthony Restoration.
Yep.